Howdy, hey, hello there! I have a new project to start working on. Once I finish one other, I've promised myself that I'm not going to start this one, other than labeling, until I finish another project, because I don't want to have too many things going at once. It's something I'm working on breaking a habit of. So here we go. The project that I'm starting on is actually a project that I have been looking for. We have a big empty wall space, oddly enough, in one of our bathrooms, and I thought, well, what can I put in there? Maybe a picture? Or how about a quilt that's themed with toilet paper rolls? Okay, seriously, I'm not sponsored by any of this that I'm mentioning. As usual, it's fine. Java House Quilts made a pattern called We're on a Roll, and this is it. So I'm doing the larger of the two, and I'll show you where it's gonna go. Funnily enough, my mom and I went to a quilt show. So before we got out of the car, I told my mom, hey, help me look for stuff that I could use in that bathroom, whether it's decorations or whatever, if we go to Hobby Lobby later today. So we paid, we got in, we got the little Sharpie mark on our hands, and we walk in, and the first thing I see is this. It's hanging up on an end cap, and I think, okay, that is just too bizarre. First of all, it's purple. Second of all, it's toilet paper rolls, and it would go perfectly in the bathroom. So obviously we got the pattern. And today we picked out the fabric. So you'll be seeing the fabric choices that I chose and watching me put the labels on, and then eventually, hopefully not too far away, I will be starting sewing on this. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Ah! As far as labeling, what I like to do is put the name of the quilt and then what this piece is. Yippee! Everything is all sorted and labeled, and now I'm gonna go speed sew on that project I promised myself I would finish. See you soon! I'm so cozy. Not only did I finish the project I promised myself that I would finish, but I went ahead and finished 2 more. So now I need a project, right? I mean, I've finished 3. Okay, so I just am going to follow the template instructions that this pattern has, and oh, my posture is terrible. Just gonna trace these off, and it says to trace them backwards, and like they're nice and bright. You can probably see them really well there, but I'm not going to show you them because I will probably get in trouble. So if you need to, and you don't have like a white table or a light box, I suggest either taping it to a window or putting something white underneath it. Like I'm using blank copy paper, and that seems to brighten it up a little bit. And the other thing you can do is trace it with a darker option. But again, if you can like tape it to a window and you're able to stand up at a window, not me today. I'm doing okay though. I'm okay. But it's easier sometimes to do what you need to do when you can find the best way to do it. Oh. Oh. I'm pretty sure that I have all of these traced out in the amounts that I need. So now I'm just going to cut them out, and then I am going to stack them up and count them countless times. Let's go. I got all of my freezer paper traced out and cut out and counted, and I have enough of everything, so that's exciting. Now I'm just going to cut out everything that I need to cut out with a rotary cutter, and then I will move over to the iron. on, guys! I have all of my toilet rolls ironed and folded under, and they look fabulous, and I'm so excited. So now I am just making a lining for the white pieces. I'm making a lining like out of muslin, just tracing the pattern piece onto the muslin with some chalk, and then cutting it out and putting it inside. So this one has it inside and that one does not. I feel like that makes it a lot more crisp. And I like the way it looks better than that because you can see the seam allowance. So with the white, you can't. And it's great. Yeah. It's the gluing portion! Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I can't believe it. But I will, be hand stitching these. It's kind of watery because I cleaned out the needle, syringe, whatever that's called. We'll let that dry now. It's a little bit watery, but that's why. And then once I get a bunch of these glued, I will go sit down in my comfy chair and stitch them to the quilt. Ta-da! Managed to get all of these glued. Just look at them. Look at them all. There's so many. Now I'm just going to start appliquing these little pieces all together. Got a little teeny tiny needle and some brown thread that looks pretty good to me. Bum, ba, ba. They're all assembled. The backs on some of them are trying to come out, but I think it's just because they're excited to be on a quilt. In all honesty. Hello and welcome to my comfy chair. This is where I do the majority of all of my long-term sitting down a lot and stitching projects, like my cross stitch. I have the book for it right here, the thread, everything I need. This is my little sewing nest. And yes, I do realize it looks like I don't own another outfit than this. I just seem to always film when I'm working in this outfit. I'm just finishing up the last toilet paper roll, attaching it by applique, hand applique. The hoop has come in very handy. I finally used my brain and decided that I would do the outermost toilet paper rolls first and then do, I think it's 6 of them that are in the center. And I'm so glad that I did that because I actually have a huge war wound on my hairy arm here. Oh, and there's a little one. I just caught myself on a pin, or the pin caught it on me. I don't know. But I'm okay, I promise. I'm officially at the pinning and quilting stage. I didn't have a piece big enough, so I have it spliced here. Never done that before, but we'll see how it works. And I figured since it's just a wall hanging, it's not going to have a lot of tugging on it once it is quilted. Yippee! I'm now at the cutting out the binding. I'm going to iron this and then cut it into 2.5-inch strips and then sew that onto the quilt. But before I do that, I'm going to make, it's kind of like a sleeve for the back of the quilt so that it can be hung on the wall. You'll need 6, 4 of one kind and 2 of, 4 of one kind and 2 of another. So you'll need 4, all 6 will be squares, the same size, you're good. Just scraps is what I'm using. 4 of them will be like this with raw edges here, right side facing out. And those will go into the corners and will get caught up in the binding. And the other two go in the middle, so you fold them just the same, but then you also fold it in half this way, and then this raw edge gets caught up into the binding, kind of like that. So you have that kind in the corner and this side in the middle on the top and bottom, so then you can put a rod in the bottom and not have to worry about the quilt edges curling or moving around or anything like that. I will leave a link in the description for the full tutorial. It's not mine, but I thought it was great, so I thought, heck, let's try it on this one. And you just secure it with one stitch. I think that's what the video is called, is just hanging a quilt with one stitch. I can't remember for sure. Anyway, the link is in the description, so keep an eye out for that if that's something that you would like. It worked! It worked, it worked, it worked! I'm so excited. So here is the sleeve thing. Here's, well, you can't see that. Here's the corner and then the middle here, so I'll just do one little stitch there. And then the other corner, I did it differently from how the video said to do it. She said to go ahead and clip everything and then do the binding from the back, but I feel like it just looks nicer when the binding is on the front and then you flip it. That just might be me by myself. Anyway, I'm gonna take all these pins out and then hand stitch on this binding. Yippee! I finished sewing the binding on, and now I'm on the last step for the quilt other than the dowel rods. And I just wanted to show you guys, I think I've talked about this before, so sorry if you're bored of it. This needle has a slot here. They're called spiral needles. They're awesome. So for weaving in ends, what I do is I take my spiral eye needle, take the ends, and then just like kind of saw it back and forth, and then it threads the needle, and then I just go down in between, come up, and then I trim it there, so then it looks nicer and it doesn't come unraveled and all that good stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish off weaving in my ends, clipping them, and then I'll hang it up, and I'm so excited! It's done! It's done! It's on the dowel rods! It's done! So, well, I guess I should turn that around for you. I have the nails in this hand. So these are the dowel rods. To put them in, you just slide it through the middle, place it in one corner, and then slide it into the other corner, and I have one down, oh peekaboo, at the bottom also. So now I'm just going to put some nails in the wall and then hang it up. I'm so excited! Okay, so I just looked at when I took pictures of the fabric that I labeled like the first clip of this video that you saw, and it was July 30th, and today is August 30th. I can't believe I got this done so soon. Yay! Okay, I'll show you the signature on the back. There you are. I always like to put my initials and the signature, or that, yeah. I always like to put the year that I finished the project and my initials on it. So then I can see, like, oh wow, look how much stuff I completed in 2018, because I'm a finisher now. Okay, so I'm gonna hang this up. I'm so excited! Ah, it looks so good! I'm so excited. That turned out really, really good. Oh, sorry, I'm blocking the view.